Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Dan Oweiler here, and we've got some interesting discussion about holiday scams. Well, hello.
How are you, Lisa?
Good, good.
Are you sticking around for the holidays?
I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am. I'm staying here and not traveling, which is a good thing.
Well, that's a good thing.
Right, because, you know, all of the travel that gets messed up and canceled and what have you. So, you know, it's interesting because this time of year you get lots of crazy scams, like you mentioned, but a couple I didn't know about. Like, for instance, a package delivery scam.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know if you've experienced, we're getting a lot more quote-unquote spam texts on our phones these days.
Right.
I don't know how they're getting our cell phones, but the criminals are finding them somehow. But you know, they send out a text saying that you're going to have a delivery, but they can't deliver it. So either call this number or tap this link. And what ends up happening is they either get you end up paying a 50-cent charge for that phone call or something like that. And, and so it's just a way that they do this hundreds of thousands of times, and that adds up for them.
Right, and you know, it's also like a bot too, so a robot, so it's constantly sending this stuff out. So we have a picture of what it might look like on your phone, which is very interesting because, you know, how many things do we order on Amazon during this time of year? Oh,
all the time.
Yeah,
you know,
so that would totally get me.
Yeah, and so you need to really check out the link that they send to you on tapping on this or calling this number. The best way to do that is to go back and check if you're expecting a package, check your order from who it's coming from, Amazon or UPS or whatever, FedEx, and kind of track packages and see where it's at. You don't want to just tap on these things without checking first, because once you do that, they're either going to get access to your phone, or you're going to be charged $2 or something. So, so you want to make sure that the first thing to do is go back and check your order, and then you can track your package from that way versus kind of tapping on a link that you aren't sure about.
Exactly. That's a really good point because, like I said, you know, we order from Amazon and maybe somewhere else, but that's exactly it. Sometimes our banks do this too. Is the bank looks super familiar because they're using your bank logo, and you're clicking. Don't click on that either. Go back to the bank and look at your bank statements to see.
One of the things you can do also is if the tracking code will give you access to where that package is.
Exactly.
You know, so
exactly. All right. So charity scams, again, similar situation.
Well, charity scams have been around for a long time. So those are ones where you'll get a phone call or a text saying, "Hey, we're setting up a charity for gifts for Santa for the you know, firemen or policemen," and you get these all the time. I get them. I don't know if you get them, but I get them all the time. I get phone calls saying they're setting up for the gifts for Santa for these people, and unfortunately, if it wasn't successful, the criminals would quit doing it. But because it's successful, they continue to do that. And charity scams, the best way to do that is go online and make sure that the charity that you're donating to is legitimate. You know.
Good point. And then another one you mentioned, social media gift exchange scam. Now, I haven't heard of this one.
Well, with social media, you know, go on Facebook or something like that. You know, everybody loves Secret Santas. And so they're coming up with, hey, we can do a Secret Santa and you'll start getting gifts. You know, and so what they do is, hey, you know, you'll get on our list, and then somebody will start sending you, and you can expect 5 or 10 gifts in the mail just by doing that, or you can exchange wine or something. You know, let's exchange bottles of wine, and the odds are you don't get anything in the mail.
So what are they asking you to send? Money?
Well, no, either pay for it or send a gift exchange to this person. Pick a person on this list and send it to them.
Wow.
And so it's kind of fun because everybody loves Secret Santas and getting gifts from people you don't know. And, you know, we get cookies on our doorstep, and we don't know who that is, but it's fun.
Interesting.
So now the criminals are saying, let's do a Secret Santa gift exchange online. And so they get all the presents and nobody else gets anything.
Well, that's no fair. That's terrible. Now, of course, gift card scams have been around for quite some time. However, of course, now we do not send gift cards in the mail. That's one thing I've learned.
Right.
Because people steal the mail all the time.
Right. And also what happens is sometimes they'll steal the gift cards, open the packet, use it, and then seal it back up, and then try to sell it to somebody just as you know, just as like it hasn't been used. And so they'll use it, put it back in the package and say, oh, I've got this gift card from Target or whoever it is that you've got one, Walmart, and you buy $25 gift card and go to use it, and then it's already used. And so if you're going to buy a gift card, make sure you're buying it from the official website or something like that. But you never want to send them in the mail because, you know, we all have heard about, you know, even our Amazon packages are now being stolen you know, when they drop them off.
You know, one thing I wanted to ask you about is because you have talked about theft and losing money, how do you somehow, can you take that off your taxes, or is there some way to actually get that money back?
There's not so much, I'm not a CPA, so I'm not here to give you tax advice by any means, but I know there is investment loss you can write off. I'm not sure about the damage loss or financial loss in that regard because I'm not a CPA, and so I'm not sure what the rules on that are.
So you haven't really had anybody come to you saying, hey, you know, I have this loss, but it had nothing to do with investing.
No.
It was strictly like, because I know sometimes you can get reparations from the police if they happen to be involved.
Well, people are sometimes embarrassed to say they've been ripped off.
Yeah, that's true too. Well, don't be embarrassed whatever you do. Make sure you ask questions.
Yeah, it's easy if you just take some time to research things and be conscientious about buying gift cards and where you're getting them, and sometimes those gift cards are, like I said, the reason these are scams out there and are working is because they've been successful, and so they continue to do something until it's not successful anymore.
Exactly. Well, wonderful information. Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you.
And always good to see you.
You too.
All right.
Thank you. If you want more information about what Sterling Financial Advisors does, you can always go to 949-859-8900. Call them, or you can go to their website, sterlingfa.com. We'll be right back.